I's for the industry, F's for the fake niggas, E's for my enemies.
What about, alright, what was it, what would be a dream artist to work with?
My dream artist to work with? I would have liked to work with Michael Jackson, though, like, to know that, just, cause the same way as far and like, just people like Pac and stuff like that, they, the same way that I knew that they made those records, that he made Thriller, that Pac recorded all his music while you're still getting Pac records, is the same way that I record my music now.
Right.
For my albums, I'll have a good 30 or 40 songs, which is why you end up with free music records and things like that. But I'm not gonna use 30 or 40 songs, you know. I'm gonna whittle that down, or even if it's like for my next project, Nate the Great, I'm almost up to 50 records right now.
Wow.
I'm gonna whittle that down, and probably if I only feel like if I could put out 5 or 6 of those and make that shit a great project, just off of 5, 6 records, then that's exactly what it's gonna be. Or if I'm gonna do like 10 records, then I'm gonna put out the best 10 records that I got. I'm not gonna put out 20 records. I'm gonna get them down to the smallest number that I got possible, and only give you the best of the best of the best. So I wanna. And Michael Jackson did the same thing for Thriller. I heard he had like 200 tracks or some crazy shit like that, and only ended up with those records. Like, and that's I appreciate artists that work like that, because we can go into the booth whenever and make a record, but that doesn't always mean that that's my best record. Right. I always put my best foot forward, and I want to work with artists just like that.
Right.
Now, how did you expected me to say Jay, huh? You Brooklyn.
I was because when Show was up here, he gave me the weirdest answer. I think he said something like Erykah Badu, Macy Gray, some weird.
He wanted a clone,
spacey,
I can't remember.
Some really weird outspace. And I was like, all right, well, you know, Nate and Show, you know, they real close. Maybe Nate might say some weird shit like, you know, fucking the other half of Floetry. Not Marsha Ambrose, the other one.
Oh, the other one. Like, I listen, like, when I'm saying that I'm influenced by everyone, is that I literally, if you would go through my iPod or whatever it is, you would see that I listen to everything and anything. Like, if somebody decided that they was going to sample a toilet flushing and that was going to be the new shit, then I'm intrigued as to why somebody would do that. Like, if that's how you create, and you know, why are we gravitating towards this, down to some rap records that I'm not necessarily a fan of, or records in general that I'm not necessarily a fan of, but I'm more a fan of someone's mind. Like, oh, this is how somebody wants to create now. Oh, this is the way that everybody does. Right. So why are they doing that? And that's how I pull bits and pieces of it from. So if you want like that freaky answer, like, I want to do a record with a motherfucker's mind, like everybody's mind in the world, like, so we could, you know, but that's not genuine though. I want to work with somebody dead.
Big L?
Big L, of course.
Of course, Harlem nigga.
So far ahead of my time, my parents haven't met yet, like, type shit, like.
That's crazy, you already know. Now, how did you link up with Casey Veggies, yo?
Like I said, he did a couple records with Woody, and if people don't know, Woody's producers, my brother, my right hand, white hand man. But,
white hand. Nigga said my,
made up funny.
Nigga said my right hand, white hand man. That was classic.
Oh my god.
I came through and did that 30,000 record, and I was like, what the fuck is this when I heard it? Cause originally, the beat was for me, and it just wasn't like I just wasn't on that vibe at the time. It, like, he came and he got that shit and he like took that shit to the moon. And I was like, yo, V, I need a wood. Like, I need to work with that kid. Like, and this is before anything. Like, and I'm like, yo, I want to work with that kid. And we did the Faith record. He was happy to, Nate, I'm down there. We knocked it out. Like, the next day, as soon as I said I wanted to do it, it was done. Like,
tried to play Bishop but forgot about the night. 2 left to go right. Niggas got me stuck in the void. How the fuck preachers touching these boys? How the fuck they gon' kill Vince? God should've taken me, and now I got a shirt saying R.I.P.